A moment for the band for whipping that one out of the blue. That was fantastic. And I propose, you know why we're talking about Misha Collins starting a fire in the woods? It's because Misha Collins started a fire in the woods about 30 minutes ago. Misha, you want to take it from here, kid?
Matt, backstage, they handed me the microphone and they said, if this doesn't work, take Matt's.
I'll see you later, guys. I'm gonna go put out the fire.
I don't know why they didn't say take Rich's, for God's sake.
I know.
No, like, come on. All of this slanderous talk about me starting fires.
Why are you putting the microphone
Do you smell smoke on me?
Tell the story. I'm not leaving the stage till I find out the truth.
There's a simple
It literally smells like a fire.
Holy crap, you do smell like fire. Man, you know what? Do me a favor. Oh, Mike, I'm the underarm.
Anyways, hold on.
Do me a favor and put some Febreze on that before you get my new Toyota Sienna. I don't want to smoke up the interior.
Yeah, so I have this tradition on my meet and greets where we typically don't stay in the windowless conference room that we're assigned to. What do you do? You just
I just phone it in.
Yeah. So here at this lovely location in the past, a couple years ago we went on a walk along the highway until someone said, hey guys, I think we might die. And so we went off to the shoulder of the highway and we all sat down and talked over the hum of semi-tractor trailers. And then last year we found this incredible spot out in the woods. You can still see some of the plastic wrap that they wrapped the bodies in. Right, coming up under the leaves. It's very sweet, romantic. And so we went out there again. There was some underage people in the group this time, so their parents were shadowing us like creepy stalkers off in the distance in the woods.
Don't you hate it when the parents won't let their young tweens walk off with a stranger? I mean, come on, parents, relax. He's on TV. What could go wrong?
It's not like he's gonna go start a fire.
And then Jim, my handler, he said, it's his fault.
Oh, I knew you were going to start
It's his fault. He said, Misha, no fires.
You thought he had a comma in there. Misha, no comma, fires.
And then unfortunately, there were a couple of, they sent me out with a sort of bevy of minders and security on these because things sometimes happen on the meet and greets, and one of them panicked and texted back to the mothership, like, can you send a fire extinguisher out here? And when you're like, oh, we're out in the woods with Misha, can you send a fire extinguisher? That really gets people anxious.
Yep.
So it was quite a large number of the hotel staff, and quite a large number of fire extinguishers actually, that came out there. And when I saw them running across the parking lot, I quickly stamped out the fire.
So you skipped the part where you started the fire.
I smell it!
You smell it?
Yeah!
You smell it back there?
Yeah!
Legitimately?
Yeah!
That's 3 rows back.
It's because you're hot!
It's either that or I farted. How is everybody doing? Are you having a good weekend so far? Yeah. Was last night rowdy? Yeah. Good. I didn't arrive until after midnight, so. And then I had to stop and save a bus full of children. Did you say liar or fire? It's against the law, by the way, to yell fire in a crowded theater. Maybe stay away from all words that rhyme with fire, too. that's interesting. So, are you allowed to yell "liar, liar, pants on fire" in a crowd of people? If you make it part of a larger phrase, is it cool? Hi.
My name's Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
My question is, what was your favorite Castiel or of his other forms that you portrayed? What is your favorite to have played? Like Cass?
What's your favorite to do what with?
Like Castiel, Leviathan Cass, Lucifer Cass. Like, what's your favorite to have played? Steve?
Yeah, this is a really rowdy crowd, isn't it? I can tell that there are troublemakers in this group.
Do you like just regular Cass? Like, who's your favorite to have
Which
played?
is my favorite cast to play?
Like, just regular Cass? Or do you have a favorite?
And that's a leading
alternate?
question.
Yeah.
Is
I really wasn't prepared to be called.
That's honest.
Do you have a very briefly? Is there a right answer? Am I getting in trouble here?
There's no wrong answer here.
I had a lot of fun playing Lucifer. I enjoyed it. I liked that it was a nice, long, sort of meaty run of being Lucifer. I enjoyed, kind of making out with Ruth. What? Don't engage them. The front row is like, listen, Misha, just don't engage them. They are the enemy. We don't negotiate with terrorists. So yeah, that was fun. It was good. It felt I enjoyed it. And now we've got another Lucifer on the show. We're really, pretty good.
Push away like usual.
I think if the past is any indicator of how the future might unfold, I think that Cass would negotiate that dynamic with a lot of savoir-faire. I mean, he really knows how to work the ladies, if you know what I mean. He has a way with words and a way with body language that is pretty irresistible. Like when he goes like this. Who can resist that? So, needless to say, I think it would be incredibly steamy.
Thank you.
You know what? This right here, this is a no pun zone. Shame on you, you are in timeout.
Hi, I'm Misha.
Hi, how are you?
So my question is, if you were to create your own like TV show or movie, what would the
I don't understand that reference. Probably would definitely factor into his profile. What's that?
shoot girls in the face?
Well, that's probably not something to lead with. Yeah. Actually, we really could put together an entire profile just from quotes from the show. Like, hey, don't worry, you'll be satisfied with me. I learned it all from the Pizza Man. And take your time when you're ready. I'll just wait here. I'm not sure how the voice says I'm almost out of minutes works into it, but I'm sure we can figure it out. So now you're confusing me with Castiel, which is awkward for me. Speaking of which, I have long toyed with online dating profiles, or strange profiles in general for some reason. I created an unusual LinkedIn profile, I would say. I also created a dating profile. So in Los Angeles, we have this puma. It's a mountain lion who lives in Griffith Park, which is like Los Angeles's version of Central Park, and it's this full-on mountain lion walking around in the city's park. And they don't know quite how we got down into this park, crossed the river and the freeways, and got into the park. The problem, his name is P22, and the problem for P22 is that he is not going to be able to find a mate in the park. I know. It's a bummer. And so, wildlife conservationists are trying to figure out how to solve the problem. They talk about building bridges across the freeways just for P22 so that he could go back into the mountains and find a mate. And other really ridiculous, incredibly expensive civil engineering projects to solve, the sexual frustrations of this lion. So I, being the tech-savvy individual that I am, solved the problem by creating an online dating profile for P22, which was kind of a hit, but then was taken down. I think it was on Match.com or something like that. They had the good taste to make a public comment about how they did appreciate it, but it's it's not an interspecies dating platform. My neighbor has a security camera on our street that captured the mountain lion just walking down our street, 2 doors down at night. And this thing is this tall. It's a real mountain lion. I mean, doesn't that sound sexy to you? Okay, I think I crossed the line. Thank you. Hey, I have a question for you. So you haven't been here before. Did you expect it to be so full of sexual innuendo?
Videos of past
All right, okay, so we have a pattern of that kind of behavior. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry to the parents of the children that were on the meet and greet with me. Sorry. I know I teased you. You were like, ah, and then I started talking again. I recently, there's an actor up in Vancouver who has kids. They basically have coffee shops that you can drive through, or you can come in and get your morning coffee or whatever, and they're wearing, they call it bikinis, and basically they're wearing underwear, and it's great because it's on the way to work, you sort of stop off at a strip club. And you can be totally oh, what? No, fuck, it was just on the way, I'm getting coffee. What? No big deal. So, anyway, Honda Odyssey minivan, packed full of kids. My son West and his 5-year-old friend Atticus are sitting back there and pull up, they're gonna get hot chocolate with whipped cream. And they engaged in this incredible debate about what was going on, because we're in the car, she's at the window, she's wearing a lacy black bra, very revealing, very small lacy black underwear, and Wes is like, why is she wearing a bathing suit? And Atticus is like, I don't know, I mean, we're not that close to the beach. And West is like, yeah, and it's pretty cold out. And then West finally said, you know what? I think she's just showing off. That was amazing. But anyway, you were saying.
If Castiel were to walk into a pet shop, what animal would he go to see first? Guinea pig! Guinea pig!
Unicorn. No, Cass would definitely get a pony. For some reason, I think it was the second convention that I was ever at. It was in Australia, and I had done. There's a unicorn. I did my first panel. It was in New Jersey. It was that was 400 conventions ago, and I got up. I was backstage and came up and I was like, oh my god! First of all, at that point, I still hadn't watched all the episodes of Supernatural, and I had been the night before boning up, trying to watch episodes because I knew I was just going to get up here. I felt like I was going to a quiz. I was nervous, and I knew for a fact I was going to have nothing to say. And I got up and I was like, I'm just trying to answer the questions earnestly, like I still do. And I had a pretty, it was a pretty traumatizing experience. I don't know, if you get up and you just stand up in front of a large group of people and they're all looking at you and they're expecting you to be interesting and you're not being interesting, it's a really bad feeling. And then my next convention, I believe, was in Australia, and somebody asked me something about cats and animals, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was trying to remember, remember the episodes I'd seen and trying to make sense of everything, and I was like, wait a minute, none of this fucking makes sense. I'm not gonna pretend I know what's going on, and then I just made up this weird story about Castiel and his team of magical ponies that helped facilitate all of his transactions. And it was this seminal, liberating moment for me when I realized I can do whatever I want. So the ponies still have, it holds a special place in my heart. And you call yourself a college student? Shame on you. I can't even find any dirty pictures. What's going on? Who's Kane and Gwen? You're Gwen? Alright, we're gonna let it go. I know, but I didn't realize the mother was sitting next to you. The mothers are always worse. Okay, did we satisfy you? Great. Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. How are you?
Very good. Okay, my question is, what was the process like for you preparing to play Lucifer, the Castiel version, or the Lucifer version of Castiel?
Don't complicate things unnecessarily. We know what you're talking about. When I saw the script where Castiel becomes Lucifer, what you're asking me, what makes me feel like a hero? I guess when I wear a cape or tights, that certainly helps. A little masky number also goes a long ways. I guess if I'm being earnest, which I try not to be, when I sort of manage to slow down and take time with my kids or people I care about and just pay attention to them and not be multitasking and distracted, those are moments that I feel like I'm at least functioning as a reasonably decent human being, which is as close to a hero as I feel I get. But it's hard. There's so many things pulling us in all different directions all the time that it's hard to have those moments. But when I am in those rare moments, feeling like I'm being a good father, that goes a long ways. It's so, a lot of you are still children, so this doesn't resonate with you. But it is an amazing thing to be thrust into the role of being a parent. And it's something that nobody can really explain to you, and you can understand conceptually, but until you're actually experiencing it, it's you never can quite. Can you imagine if, we distinctly remember the moment when the entire fandom imploded. It was the convention 2016 in New Jersey when Misha said that Castiel was fantasizing about Dean. Now that will be taken out of context and this is for me.
I didn't really mean it much in a shipper sense. I just meant like lifestyle.
Well,
like what
it
is it?
sure cheated up. What?
Lifestyle.
Want me a lifeline here? Yeah. Go.
Yeah, like a sort of a lifestyle. Like what would he picture as like
Lifestyle?
perfect? Like what would he picture as like a perfect sort of life? Family.
Okay. Well, I mean, not to get all supernatural nerdy on you, but there is, we have this as part of the canon now because we have seen Castiel's version of heaven, right? The autistic kid flying a kite, right? That's Cassie's idea of heaven. Now, true, perhaps not as sexy as some other ideas. Not a lot of shipping is going to come of that. I don't know. I actually do. I don't know. Yep. I kind of imagine Cass, in his perfect vision of a fantasy universe, everything is okay. Everything's been taken care of. People aren't fighting anymore. They're not trying to fend off the demons or stave off the apocalypse anymore. Things are at peace and everything is handled, and he can just like climb up onto a mountaintop and look down and watch everything be okay. I think that Cass probably won't rest until he feels like things are in that equilibrium, and I don't think that things will ever get there. No. Hi. I dodged that bullet, huh? You could have come to me a little bit more on that. Oh, hi.
Hi.
That was really funny.
Really subtle. Chuck, the trickster, we wish that they were on constantly. And I also wish that the script didn't have things like, there was an episode in which Castiel had to devour hundreds of hamburgers. And it culminated in me eating raw ground beef out of a pan on the floor like a dog. So yeah, I wish that wasn't in the script. That sucked ass. And you know what I was eating was vegetarian ground beef, cold, raw, on the heels of having a very, very full stomach from having had to eat lots of actual burgers. So, did I feel disgusting? Yes. Was I angry at the writing staff? Absolutely. But that's counterbalanced by other things in the show that, come along in the script, and you're like, thank you, this is such a magical moment. Like, hey, Mark, lick the floor. It's all worth it. It's all worth it at that moment. I'm glad we had this talk.
You want to take a last question?
Listen, yes.
I can tell. Hey, that look in your eyes.
Hi. Hello. I was wondering.
Hold on, I feel like he's ignoring you. I'm not. Gotcha.
I was pranked by these fucking Yonkers. And it was so, like, that was a long trip.
I got you, dude.
Dude, unbelievable. And all day. Took me until very recently.
And by the way, easiest get of all time. I have one quick text. You're like, huh? And that was it. He'll explain later.
No, I won't. So, hi.
Just wondering what your audition experience was like in relation to cast.
Audition experience when I auditioned for cast.
Yes.
It was weird. Somebody's alarm is going off on their iPhone, by the way. It's time for you to go to photo ops.
Oh, shit.
Yep. You got your Matt Eaton right now.
I call it.
So they were very secretive about the role because this was the first angel they were introducing on the show. So the sides, it's called sides. You send out the audition material to agents, and the sides that came out were for a demon named Castillo. And so I had never watched Supernatural because who watches that shit? And I made up this very sort of like demonic kind of character, and did my best demon take of the audition. There's a casting director, Robert Ulrich, who was in the room as well as Eric Kripke. Robert has been a great champion of mine for a long time, and he's always brings me in for stuff. And he has this great tactic, which I've never shared with anyone. It's so great, and he's done this for me several times. Where if I fuck up a tape in an audition, Robert will go right before the end of the tape. When you can see, and I know he's doing this. You can tell, like, Misha, come on, you can do better than this. But he's got the producers in the room, and you don't often get a second take. So what he'll do is he'll just jump up and he'll say, I'm sorry, hold on, guys. And he'll open the door and say, guys, can you keep it down out there? We're doing an audition in here. And he shuts the door. It's been quiet as a church, like nothing has been going on. And he's thrown me that lifeline a couple of times. So he did that after the first demon take. And then Eric was like, all right, well, I guess it was passable, and he did okay considering all that noise that was going on outside. That would throw anybody off their game. And then he said, so it's actually, we haven't been telling people this, but it's actually an angel, not a demon. So do the opposite of what you just did. So I'm not really an actor, so I didn't know what to do, and I just sort of panicked and did Castiel, which is a super weird interpretation of an angel, if ever there was one. And they liked it, and I got the part. And then I felt like I had established, like, oh, this is how angels act. Like, they're very wooden. They don't emote. They have incredibly deep, gravelly voices. But I knew that I had sort of established on the show, this is how angels are. And then Kurt Fuller comes on as an angel right after that, and he's like, hey, guys! And I was like, oh, right. So I'm just the autistic angel that, like, there's no reason for him to be like this. He's just, he's off on his own game. Which, has worked out well, because actually Cass having that as his character trait, rather than it being a universal angel trait, I think is way better. But it's all a series of happy accidents, and it involved collusion with the casting director.
You're embarrassed by what happened, but also somewhere deep inside, you're proud of me.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
Because you're a tough nut to crack, dude.
You got a lot of people involved in that too.
I did Team Village.
Okay, all right, you guys want to hear what it is? No.
Are you,
No, we actually can't tell you.
Why not?
No, it makes us all look bad, and we're not going to tell you.
You know what really makes it bad?
What?
You.
That's really me.
Listen, what it was isn't important. What's important is I lured Misha into a trap and trapped him. and needled him like a stuck pig.
You know what? This does not feel like a safe environment.
New Jersey, how was it?